With Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico, and out there is Tyler Loop to get us started. And through the snowflakes, off we go here on EA Sports. The Rams offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
And we all know how talented this guy is, Mike, right? From the physical sense, that's obvious. But what really separates him, and it really came through when we had a chance to talk to him this week, is really his ability to operate from the neck up. His processing speed, his decision-making. It seems like he's always one step ahead of the defense, and when he's on, he's proven to be really hard to beat.
Ball in on the left by Nakua. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Blitz coming, he'll throw it, going right back to Nakua, complete. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
They'll go with the sneak. And he's going to have the Rams first down. At least at first glance. They'll spot the football just beyond the marker. And they convert on 3rd and inches.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
And a nice game there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. They'll run the draw with Barkley. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he's going to be close to that first down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a first down.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. It's a gain of 12 there. First down, L.A.
So the challenge of these jet sweeps, Mike, is they happen so fast. Nowadays in these offenses, there's so much pre-snap motion that you don't know if the receiver's just going in regular motion or are they timing it up with the snap to give them the jet sweep. So when you don't get an early read, you see the leverage and the contain of the defense break down. And these receivers and the way they can run, they get out into space. They are a handful to track down.
That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
I like the change of pace. The idea that you want to keep the ball on the ground, but you don't want to do it in the traditional sense of just turning around and handing it off to your running back. So this time, they give it to the wide receiver. They get him in space, get the ball in his hands, and he turns it into a solid game.
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
The 19-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
It is 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Barkley. Yeah, and he will get into the end zone. Saquon Barkley Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Touchdown, Rams.
You know, it's funny, Mike. I think in conditions like this, when you play games in these elements, everyone assumes it puts a lot of pressure on the offense, and it's actually the contrary. The offense knows where they're going. They can collect their feet, they can collect their way, but it's the defense that is more of a reactive state, and those are the guys that have a hard time keeping their footing. You see them slipping and falling, so early offensive success doesn't really surprise me, and now they have the ability to play from a lead.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Rams will take a 7-0 lead.
Ravens nothing.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return, it's Keaton Mitchell. He's to midfield. And they finally get him down for this return all the way to the 10-yard line.
Ravens take over first and 10.
Oh, so close. I mean, those are tough. You go that far, and it doesn't result in a touchdown. But give that kicking team a little bit of credit now. They never gave up on a play, but what a return it was inside the 10-yard line. That was sensational.
The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
Now, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner, but it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back-end coverage, and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it, and we'll find out early on what the plan is. A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot, and now I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal?
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Here's Huntley. There's holding at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Keaton Mitchell. Touchdown, Ravens.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Tyler Luke now for the extra point. Through the snowflakes, this one good. And the Ravens come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Rams offense ready to possess the football for the second time. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And he shows off those strong legs running through one tackle. Give him a gain of 8.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
I'm not sure if there's anything more enjoyable for a football player than playing a game in the snow. And something for us to keep in mind throughout the rest of the day is typically the advantage is in the favor of the offense. You know where you're going. You know where the cuts are going to come. The defense has to react to you. Can they find a way to take advantage?
This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Ravens offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's taken in, it's Tez Walker. They will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big play there for Baltimore. It's a gain of 34.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
We see so many wide receivers in today's NFL that almost resemble more of a running back style. When they get the ball in their hands, not only are they able to pick up big yards, they're able to fight through tackles and make people miss. That's an element that a lot of offenses are searching for. Takes a lot of pressure off the quarterback.
Now Mitchell. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Roger McCreary up from his corner spot makes the play.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Rams' 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 7. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And, they smack him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain.
It's now 3rd and 8.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Huntley. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
Results in a 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. They'll start out 1st down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's to the left side and pulled in by Higbee.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Man in motion, heading left. I'll run up the middle with Barkley. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line.
The tackle by Trenton Simpson. That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. He'll try to run here with Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a first down.
Actually, a really nice play there defensively, Mike. And initially, I thought that penetration was going to bring him down in the backfield and bring up 4th down. But somehow, nice job by the back, angling his way forward. I think he's going to get this first down by about the length of the football.
On the ground, this is Barkley. This field pretty slick now. That picked up only about 3 yards.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 6. They bring Chase in motion. On 2nd down, Barkley. And he's going to weave his way forward. It's a first down at the 44-yard line.
A 7-yard gain.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 9. A run with Barkley. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 17 yards. Good for a Rams first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Rams.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
He'll find his tight end. That's Higbee. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down. They'll run. It's Barkley. And this won't go for much, maybe a couple, but he does show you that make-you-miss ability that he has.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's a handoff to Barkley. And he will score! Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, L.A. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Now Aubrey for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Rams will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Ravens 7.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Now return, coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Ravens offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Play action. He'll set up to throw. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. The veteran Harrison Smith around the ball like he's been most of his career.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down. Really nice play.
Got room past the 35. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield.
10 more yards.
Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard
And these are the
line.
explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Rams' 47-yard line.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. Now here's a keeper on his own read. They'll try to run with their fullback. He'll look forward for maybe a yard. It is Max Crosby there to wrap him up.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
So we've played one quarter here on a Monday night. The Rams out to the early lead. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Raven football, quarter number 2 begins. 3rd and 6. As we are ready to get back underway. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
It's a gain of 8. That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and 10. At the
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And he'll slide to a halt after picking up about 6.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 4. They'll run with the man from Marshall, Rashid Ali. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. It is Max Crosby there to wrap him up.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
On fourth down, it's Tyler Luke for the Baltimore field goal. This will be a 46-yard attempt. Through the falling snow, the kick is good. And the Ravens are back within 4 at 14-10.
I think apart from the wind, when you talk about kicking in the elements, Mike, I think the snow has to be the kicker's worst nightmare. It's just so hard to have the confidence that when you stick that plant foot, it's not going to give way. So give credit. That was really well done.
Back to it now after that made field goal. Here's Luke to kick this one away. This returnable from the 4. Crazy. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Rams offense and running back Saquon Barkley heading back on the field. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. Back to throw here to begin the drive. To the left side, caught by Chase. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. It's a nice start to the drive, a gain of 10, and a quick first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Now Barkley. This field pretty slick now. That picked up only about 3 yards.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 7. They'll run it here with Saquon. A big hole. Saquon Barkley, touchdown Rams. What a half he is putting together. That's his 3rd touchdown already. So his big first half continues. 3 rushing touchdowns already. Maybe have to start looking at the record book, see if he can do it. The record in a game is 6. Aubrey now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Rams are out to a 21-10 lead.
Ravens 10.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return, it's Mitchell. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Ravens offense back onto the field for their next possession. They look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a first down. In motion comes Walker. The drive will begin with a run by Mitchell. And he will not be able to turn upfield. He'll drop him behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
To throw is Huntley. That one caught for Dante Wester. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Third and 7. Now Huntley is going to air this one out. That is hard. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. A big play there for Baltimore. Pickup of 46 yards.
At the 18-yard line.
Both pre-snap and post-snap. This is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play. So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
A quick throw out wide, caught left side. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
A 2-yard loss on the play. It's 3rd and 11.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Throwing, Huntley. He's got it at about the 8. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
They'll try zone read on 1st and goal. And he will take it in himself. Touchdown, Baltimore. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. The dual threat of the quarterback. When you have one that can run, why not use him, especially down here, Greg? And they punch it in for the touchdown.
There's nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than down here near the goal line when he can call his own number. And in this case, that's exactly what he does, and he's able to take it in himself.
Luke now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Ravens are back within 4. It's 21-17. Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Rams offense and running back Saquon Barkley heading back on the field. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. And right away, they'll set up to throw. It is caught left side by St. Brown.
Complete to Ross St. Brown. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And he's going to get the first down. He is up past the 35-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Rams first down.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on first and second down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
A gain of 10 yards.
That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
They'll bring St. Brown in motion. On the handoff, this is Barkley. And he'll get ahead for a couple as the flurries continue to fall.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Once again, it's Barkley. And he will wiggle his way forward for a gain of a couple.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third down.
Third and 5. Back to throw. He's got a receiver. It's Chase. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
27 yards.
Nice throw by the rookie from Arkansas, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
Tyler Higbee was the intended receiver. And it'll be second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in second and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
The elusiveness on display there. Nifty footwork setting up first and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
Here's Barkley. And he's into the end zone yet again. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Rams. This is quickly turning into a virtuoso performance. 4 first-half touchdowns.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
On for the PAT is Aubrey. These kicks not a given in the snow, but this one is good. And the Rams add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return, it's Mitchell. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Mitchell. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Huntley. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. The big veteran, Cameron Hayward, in there for a loss of 5 on the sack, and now it's 3rd down. Huntley now. And on 3rd down, that ball is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And this is going to backfire in a big way. Going for it on their own side of midfield, but they turn it over on downs. Wow, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. Here's a run. And he cannot be stopped. He's into the end zone again. Saquon Barkley, touchdown Los Angeles. He is having a performance to remember. That is 5 touchdowns for him in this one game. So it's a high 5 for that one. His 5th rushing touchdown of the game. He draws ever near to the NFL record of 6. Now Aubrey for the extra point. He's got it. And the Rams are going to extend their lead.
Ravens 17.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return, it's Mitchell. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. Begin with a zone read. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
You know, Mike, it's funny, when you're facing these really elite defensive linemen, sometimes it's easier to make them the read guy rather than actually try to block them. Unfortunately, they're elite for a reason, and sometimes they're still able to make the play like we saw here.
He'll drop the throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Cameron Hayward getting in for the sack. And now it's going to be 3rd and a mile.
Just can't seem to get anything going on every ensuing snap. They just continue to go backwards and backwards and backwards. We've got to find a way on 1st and 2nd down to stay ahead of the chains so 3rd down is not so daunting.
up. You're embarrassing us. What are y'all doing?
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And that's not going to work at all. He'll manage to get back to the line. That is all. It is 4th down.
This is a spot you just love to be in as a defensive player. I mean, you've got him backed up so far. You're not really fearing any play call, let alone a run. Sit a couple guys back, keep the ball from being thrown over your head. Everybody else track the ball, comes up well short.
The Rams take over first.
Rams offense and running back Saquon Barkley heading back on the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. Whoa! Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
First down. A gain of 20.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Here's Chase. He gets it on the jet sweep. He's inside the 25. An electrifying run, bringing it all the way inside the 15-yard line. That is a big play for L.A. A pickup of 44 yards.
All right, so everyone's paying attention to the ball carrier after that big gain, but really, Mike, it's the perimeter blocking, not only of the offensive line, but really the wide receivers. In order to be able to run this ball out on the perimeter, you need to get full buy-in from everybody on the field and make sure everyone is accounted for, and when you do, that's the result you get.
First down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it 1st and goal. Now this time they'll look to throw. And he's in. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, LA. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Rams tack on one more to their lead.
Ravens 17.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense getting set to get back to work. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They've got him. Derek Brown. He's in for the sack. It's going to be a loss of 8 to begin the drive.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. He'll look to throw. He'll step up and run this. And they will finally get him down, but not before he's able to take this up near the 40-yard line.
First down.
They'll pick up 23 on that one. First down, Baltimore.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting first downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
He was trying to get that one to Isaiah Likely. It's 2nd down.
Really nice play there by the defender, Mike, and not only to force the incomplete, but it's the timing. Understanding if he gets there too early, you bring in PI. You get there too late, it leads to a completion. That time he times it just right and knocks the ball away.
That one out of reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. To the right side here, pass is caught. Now a timeout Rams, it's number 2, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Jordan Stout now, as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. They will start it on the ground to run that clock. Up the sideline at the 35. And he is out of bounds.
13 yards.
They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Passing right side, and Chase has it. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. And the offense will take one here. Timeout with 6 left on the 2nd quarter clock.
First down, Rams.
Two first downs, and they are at the 46 now. It's 1st and 10. I'll run up the middle with Barkley. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. So, halftime straight ahead. And we go down to Scott Hansen, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen in Orlando, where it almost never snows. These two teams dealing with a light dusting, and that's expected to go on into the second half. Who handles it better? Let's go back out to the stadium and check in with our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. The snow continuing to fall as we get ourselves ready for this second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Here's Huntley. He'll step up and run.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and a yard. They'll run it over center with Mitchell. Oh, and he takes a really good lick in the backfield. They were all over him defensively for that run.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
Ravens sending the punt team out there. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. Oh, not the best of snaps, and this one is blocked.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense. Automatic first down.
Here's 1st and 10. They bring a tight end in motion left. Running is Mitchell. He's beyond midfield to the 45. And he'll be taken down. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
That's caught by Walker. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Pass right side going to be taken in by Walker. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight, and it gives the team a first down.
16-yard line.
Huntley. Now he'll run it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. On is Luke to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Ravens are able to cut into the deficit.
Makes the score Rams 42, Ravens 24.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. This fielded at about the 9. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Rams offense ready for their first possession of this second half.
26-yard line.
He'll start on the ground with Barkley. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
It's a loss of a yard.
This is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take him down, and in this case, they do it for a loss.
First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. And a up and down, just shy of the 40. 14 on the pickup. First down, L.A.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you can have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Loey Gilman up to make the tackle.
2 yards on the
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That one taken in by St. Brown. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line. 13 yards on the catch there. Good for a Rams first down.
First down, Los Angeles.
Now Gibbs. And he'll try to drive forward. Not a bad gain in these conditions. We'll give him about 5 yards.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Once again, it's Gibbs. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 23
A gain there of 23 yards. First down, L.A.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Rams first down.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. To the right side, that's St. Brown. And he'll be out of bounds. That's a nice gain, though, on first down. A pickup of 7.
Down at the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll look to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. to the goal line and in. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Rams. Aubrey now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Rams will extend this third quarter lead.
Ravens 24.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return, it's Mitchell. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. The Ravens offense headed back to take over once more. To throw is Huntley. Quick throw here is complete. And it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 23
Terrific
yards.
start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
He's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
In motion goes Likely. Now Huntley. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
It's one of those balls where the quarterback wishes there was a string. The second it came out of his hand, he wished he could just pull it back, because from the moment it left his hand, that looked like a sure interception, and the only reason it wasn't because the defender just flat out dropped it.
Throwing now on third and long. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and the running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on third down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
The Rams offense and running back Saquon Barkley heading back on the field. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the top conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And tough with defenders as well to get leverage and get their hands on it. Taken down after a gain of 4.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll set up to throw. The middle of the field, that's taken in by Chase. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Rams first down.
12. First down, Rams.
There's a short one taken in by Higbee. And he will score. Tyler Higbee. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Using the tight end to get to the end zone, Greg, at your old position, you're very familiar with that. That catch and carry. What an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, and this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
On for the PAT is Aubrey. He's got it. And the Rams will add one more onto their big lead.
26. Ravens 24.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to take over once again. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. The drive will begin with a run by Mitchell. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
He's got a man. It's Walker. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 3.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
So here in the second half, it's obvious the offense finds themselves in a tough spot, trailing by this many points, but really what makes it difficult is when you have to operate, Mike, in a comeback situation where you have to air the ball out every single play, it stresses your offensive line, it stresses your quarterback, it stresses your playmakers. It is just a really difficult way to play offensive football in the NFL, and they've got to do it really for the remainder of this half.
The Rams offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. ground to start. They give it to Gibbs. This field pretty slick now. That pickup only about 3 yards.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
It is 2nd and 6. They're going to run out of the gun with Gibbs. And he'll get about 4 to the 29.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. 5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard. Here's a designed run. And it looks like he's going to have that 1st down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on 3rd down.
So we're seeing teams around the league, Mike, that have these big mobile quarterbacks continue to activate them in these 3rd down situations. And really what it allows you to do, instead of your quarterback just simply handing it to someone else and playing with 10 players, in a sense, you really can use all 11 of your offensive players to generate an advantage, and it's very hard for these defenses to line up and stop.
And he'll be out of bounds as the 1st down completion nets about 3.
35-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 6. On the ground, this is Gibbs. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
38-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Back to throw. He's got a receiver. It's Chase. Well blown on that hookup. 1st down, L.A.
That's good for Rams. 1st down. A gain of 12.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 12 was nice last time, so they did it again. Another 12-yard pickup and another 1st down.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the running game.
And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Rams.
So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. On to the 4th quarter, and it begins with a run by Gibbs. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
On 2nd down, it's Gibbs. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
In the end zone again. I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
Now, Aubrey for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Rams stretch things out even further.
63. Ravens 24.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return, it's Mitchell. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin then. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Slot man gonna move in motion left. Throwing, Huntley. Off balance throw. It's complete. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
A gain of
16 yards on the game. And a quick first down.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
The coverage right there. And it's knocked away. Incomplete.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
They're going to put a man in motion to the right. Back to throw. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
I'll tell you what, Mike, this quarterback is going to be sore tomorrow. I mean, you can tell this defense made a point of emphasis. We are going to rush relentlessly the entire game, and their pressure plan, their pass rush plan, it's worked to perfection.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Huntley now. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
And this defense, they just continue to put in a great night's work. I mean, Mike, you think whether it's been blitz schemes, stunts, whatever you name it, this offensive line has had its hands full. They have allowed their quarterback to be hit way too many times.
Let's see what they do here. This is 4th and long. Drops to throw. This one is complete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again.
They'll run it to the right here with Gibbs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
In today's NFL, you just don't see teams invest with first-round picks in the safety position very often. But every once in a while, a guy comes along that's just too good to pass up. That's exactly why they took him this past spring in the draft, and he's making his presence felt here today.
They'll run the draw with Gibbs. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes third down.
And it's third down.
He'll look to throw. He gets this to the veteran tight end, Higbee. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. That is a gain of 22, and it sets up first down and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
A waste of time.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
Now it's Nakua getting the jet sweep. And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line.
Second and goal.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before...
nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Mike Green gets in there for the sack, and now it's third and goal.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
So the last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's not going to get there. Out of bounds, a couple of yards short. It is fourth down.
It's a pretty good effort there on third and long. Initially, I really thought that screen was timed up pretty well, and he had a chance to pick up the first down, but give credit to the defense. It was the pursuit and running to the ball, and they're able to stop him just short.
Aubrey's kick is good. And the Rams add on to their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown. Like, you find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to get back at it. to throw here to begin the drive. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he'll be out of bounds as the first down completion nets about 3.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Here's Huntley. He's got his big target. That's Isaiah Likely. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Raven first down. Throwing now from the gun. That's to the middle of the field and caught by Walker. They're going to work this down inside the 45. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pick up of 14 and a first down. On the handoff, it's Mitchell heading right. And he'll try to drive forward. Not a bad gain in these conditions. We'll give him about 5 yards.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 5. They'll go again with Mitchell. Oh, he's going nowhere. Knocked down hard in the backfield.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
It is 3rd and 10. Huntley. There's that man again. Another catch. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight. They continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That one caught by Weston. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 22-yard line.
So, from the 22, here's 2nd and 2. On the give, it's Mitchell. And he'll bring this inside the 15. That's good enough for the first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
The tight end motioning left here. Now, faking the give. Headed left, buying time.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his 1st and 2nd read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
2nd and 7. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Max Crosby gets it for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
And anytime this offense gets themselves going in the right direction, it just seems like the pass rush finds a way to make a play of their own, and they have completely dominated this game up until this point, Mike. I mean, it is no surprise they're playing with the lead as a result.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. To throw is Huntley. He's got it inside the 5. And the Ravens going to be set up with 1st and goal. Pass play play moves them down to the 1.
That's another.
This is the age-old dilemma that defensive coordinators go back and forth on. Is the best pass defense to send more big bodies at the quarterback and get the ball out of his hand? Or is it to really pack your back end, Mike, with more defensive backs and more guys that can guard space? In this case, they got a lot of defensive backs on the field. Quarterback has a lot of time to find the open zone and leads to a big play. Their ground game ends up failing at the exact moment, Mike, where they're needed the most. 1 yard to the goal line, that's prime opportunity. Finish the drive, take the lead, but instead, they go backwards.
They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. Mitchell. And that play took a little long to develop. They stop it for no gain at the 4.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
In motion goes Likely. Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get that to Tez Walker. Now it's 4th and goal.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing.
And that is caught on 4th and goal. They've got it. Tez Walker. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least it'll pay off with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Luke now for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Ravens will get just a bit closer.
66, Ravens 31.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Rams offense and running back Saquon Barkley heading back on the field. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. A run here with Gibbs. This field pretty slick now. That pickup only about 3 yards.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion. In a moment, they face 2nd down and 7. Here's a handoff to Gibbs. Whoa! Inside the 30. And he will go all the way. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Rams. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
Aubrey now for the extra point. Well, the snap, a poor one, and it's blocked. Oh, big hole left side. Inside the 20. And he's going to take this one back all the way. Disastrous. The blocked extra point leads to 2 for the defense instead of 1 for the offense. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return, it's Mitchell. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Ravens offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Mitchell. And he'll get ahead for a couple as the flurries continue to fall.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. In motion comes Walker. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
Running these underneath crossing routes, you wouldn't imagine lead to a lot of explosive plays, but when done right, if you can get the receiver in open space and get the ball in their hands, there's a lot of opportunity for big run after the catch and generate chunk plays.
Now Huntley. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
The Rams offense, Jahmyr Gibbs, set to get back on the field. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. The motion man is Nakua. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And will be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So it's a win for the visiting Rams. It was a game that delivered more points than most people would have expected with the snow falling at kickoff. Entertaining game for all involved as they'll head back to the locker room to warm up with a victory in their back pocket. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Baltimore, we wish you a terrific night.